What's up, guys? Derek, moreplatesmoredates.com. I want to do a quick video on the difference between the standard estradiol blood test and the sensitive assay version. So a lot of guys, when they get their estrogen checked, they get estradiol checked and they think that they're seeing what their E2 is at. And it's not the case. For 99% of you guys that think you're getting an accurate reading, you're not. And I wanted to check what the actual variant or how much this varies between the tests and how inaccurate it really is. Because I've known for some time that you need to get a sensitive assay test done in order to get accurate results as a male. And unfortunately, the standard hormone profiles by default include the cheaper FDA-approved Roche ECLI methodology, which stands for electrochemiluminescence immunoassay. And that one is wildly inaccurate, unfortunately, and a lot of guys will get skewed results and then, overdo aromatase inhibitors or underdo them, or just totally, screw themselves up even further because they think they're interpreting what's going on and it's really not the case. So I want to see how much of a difference it is so I can show you guys. So I got a blood test done. You can see here my estradiol from the traditional default Roche ECLI methodology was 36.8, which is on the high end of normal. It's, arguably borderline too high. Realistically, it's fine, but 30 picograms is kind of my target usually. And you can see here the range 7.6 to 42.6. So, you would see this and you would think to yourself, okay, so, things are, pretty close to good. Maybe I could use a bit of an AI to bring me closer to 30. When in reality, I had the same blood tested using liquid chromatography tandem mesh spectrometry, which is not an FDA approved test. It's more expensive. It's also more progressive, and it's probably why it's not FDA approved, because it's more expensive for them to do, I would assume. I don't really know, to be honest, but it should be the default one because this one has majorly different results. This one is a test developed by LabCorp in order to get more accurate results for men. And a lot of guys don't go out of their way to add this to their cart separately when they get their blood work done, but it's worth the additional price to see what's actually going on. Because this test, you can see here, my levels are actually at 9.9 picograms per milliliter. And if you know how to interpret estrogen levels, you would know that a 9.9, despite it being in the normal range, it's on the extreme low end of normal, and you're likely going to experience low estrogen side effects at that level. And the difference between these two is massive. It's almost 30. It's almost the entire reference range. So if you're at a 36.8 and you think, oh, I could probably use a bit of aromasin to bring me down to 30, but you're actually at a 9.9, and then you use aromasin and tank it even further, you're going to have major libido issues. You're going to have major ED issues. You're going to have dry, achy joints. You're going to be more prone to injury. You're going to have lowered IGF. You're going to have hindered muscle growth. You're going to have all these things that come from low estrogen levels that are negative and not even understand why. You could think you need even more because you're having, libido or ED issues, and you're thinking, oh, my estrogen must be too high. I need a bit more AI, and you crush it even further and screw yourself up even more. So it's very important that you get the sensitive assay version added to your blood work when you get it done, because the difference is very, very substantial. Like, it's the difference between you potentially screwing yourself up and not screwing yourself up, and knowing if your TRT or whatever you're doing is how much is actually aromatizing and what's really going on with your health. Because if you are crashing your E2 into the abyss for no reason, you're just going to screw yourself up. And I don't want that to happen to you guys. Obviously, I don't think it's very common for guys to know this. Like, I heard it through the grapevine like a long time ago, and I wanted to see what the actual difference was, so I shelled out the money to really see what the difference was, and it's substantial. So, like, in this case, I need more estrogen, to be honest, even if that was applied via, well, I'm not going to get into how it would be raised because, it's kind of irrelevant to the video, but basically you can see it's too low. And I would operate at a much higher quality of life with estrogen closer to 30 rather than a 9. So keep that in mind when you get your bloods done. Go for the sensitive assay version, the LCMS-MS version of the test, the Roche ECLIA methodology. It even says when you are, well, some places that you order blood work say it, but some don't. They say if you want the more accurate results as a male, you should opt for the sensitive assay version. So they're not just saying that for no reason. Like, definitely opt for it and pay the extra money because it makes a big difference. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe. Check out my blog, moreplatesmoredates.com. Check me out on Instagram at moreplates_more_dates. Snapchat, Twitter. It'll be in the link in description. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.